Hello everyone, Riskmonger here, and welcome to the final round of the 2017 Divisional All Stars Tournament, the World Series if you will, featuring the American League East hosting the National League East. Each of these teams went through two hard-fought rounds to get here, although some were harder fought than others. Most recently in round 2, the NL East breezed past the NL West in a relatively easy 5 games, while the AL East needed an epic 7-game series to eliminate the AL Central. Here's the starting pitching matchup tonight, with both of them representing their current teams, Stephen Strasburg of the Nationals and Chris Sale of the Boston Red Sox. Into game action, Sale starts the night off right, striking out leadoff hitter Trey Turner. Sale has been on a team-leading 7 Divisional All-Star teams, as Bryce Harper goes down 2, although his first 6 have come with the AL Central when he was with the White Sox. And there goes Giancarlo Stanton. Sale strikes out the side. Meanwhile, Stephen Strasburg is not the NL East's usual Game 1 starter, as he allows a single to Mookie Betts, but Max Scherzer pitched the round 2 clinching Game 5, and a walk to Manny Machado, so I reworked the rotation to give Mad Max an extra day of rest. But here's Aaron Judge with a little grounder down the third baseline that would have gone foul. Really should have been an error on third baseman Anthony Rendon, but Strauss is no slouch. He's been on 5 Divisional All-Star teams himself, including 1 wildcard appearance, as Didi Gregorius puts a charge into one, but it's to the deepest part of the ballpark, and Strasburg gets out of the inning unscathed. In the second, it's a departed member of the NL East, Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna's only other Divisional All-Star appearance was a wildcard berth back in 2014, when he was still a center fielder, who hits a big fly ball to left, over the seats on top of the monster. It's a 1-0 NL East lead. But the AL East would get the run right back. In the bottom of the second, Adam Jones, a 4-time AL East Divisional All-Star, blasts one to a similar spot. You can't even see the ball in all this rain, but it's a tie game at 1-1. The home run derby would continue next inning as Anthony Rendon hits another one over the monster. He's represented his division 3 times as a Divisional All-Star, and it's a 2-run lead in favor of the NL East. Now to the fourth, his team trailing, Chris Sale strikes out Ryan Zimmerman, followed by Christian Yelich, then Rendon, who homered last inning, striking out the side for the 2nd time in the game. But he wouldn't stop there. The next batter he faced, JT Realmuto, would also go down on strikes, his 4th K in a row across 2 innings. In the 6th, after an Aaron Judge single, Justin Smoak represents the go-ahead run, and he goes ahead and hits a long homer to right, off the foul pole. The first-time Divisional All-Star gives the AL East its first lead of the night. And he would also chase Strasburg from the game. On in relief is lefty Jerry Blevins. He's been on 3 Divisional All-Star teams in his career. Both other times he represented the Oakland A's. He would get the job done in exciting fashion, giving up this line drive to Jonathan Scope. Diving attempt by Yelich in center. Can't come up with it. It rolls to the wall. It's an easy triple, right? Wrong. Left fielder Bryce Harper backing it up perfectly. The throw is in time, an outfield assist. You don't run on Bryce Harper, who can play anywhere in the outfield, but it's now a 3-2 AL East lead. That was it for Sale as well. In the 7th, we get Yankees longman Chad Green, his first Divisional All-Star appearance as well. He would load the bases for JT Realmuto, who grounds it to Machado, who tagged the runner going to third, then his momentum taking him to the line, throws to first to complete the double play, but the run does score and we're tied at 3. But not for long. Next batter, Trey Turner, grounds one inside the bag at third, another Divisional All-Star first-timer. He'll make it to second with that great speed. It's an RBI double, and the NL East would take a 4-3 lead before Green gets the next batter, Bryce Harper, on a strikeout to stop the bleeding. Into the 8th now, the AL East threatening. Sidearmer Pat Neshek inherits back-to-back singles by Judge and Smoak. Neshek has been on 3 Divisional All-Star teams as he strikes out Machado for out number 2, once for each of the Central divisions, and he'll get Jonathan Scope on a dropped third strike. Realmuto throws to first to complete the play. It's still 4-3. Into the 9th, Sean Doolittle on to close it out. And just one more word about my choice to name Doolittle the closer for this team. Even though Hector Neris did have more total fantasy points on the year, Doolittle did average 5 more points a game. That's not insignificant. And after a leadoff walk to Andrew Benintendi, this is Ezekiel Carrera coming off the bench to pinch hit for Adam Jones, weirdly giving the opposing team a platoon advantage. He grounds out to third, they get the force out, but Zeke beats it out. Now another walk to Betts will bring up Gary Sanchez. He grounds one the other way through the hole at first. The right fielder Stanton up with it. Carrera rounding third. The throw to the plate in time, and the NL East preserves the lead. But with 2 outs now, that's enough out of Doolittle. Luis Garcia coming in to relieve the closer, in this his first time on a Divisional All-Star team. He'll face Manny Machado, who will ground out to first. Zimmerman takes it himself with the out, and the NL East leads 1-0 in the series. Player of the game, it's Scorpio outfielder Marcell Ozuna. He started off the scoring with this big home run in the second. I wonder if the computer chooses these players of the game based on the majestic factor of their swings. That was a pretty piece of hitting. And here's the final line score for Game 1. You know the drill. Pause it here if you want to take the time to read all these stats. And now for Game 2. Same lineups and everything. I've learned my lesson from the NL West's Round 2 loss. This is when the NL East would trot out Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer. He'll face first-time Divisional All-Star Luis Severino, who was just named the Yankees' 2018 opening day starter. Severino starts this game both good and bad. Good is that he strikes out Trey Turner on a pitch in the dirt. The bad is that the pitch gets away from Gary Sanchez. Triple T will make it to first easily. Next batter, Turner's real-life teammate Bryce Harper gets a big hit to left field. Turner will score easily from first, off the base of the Green Monster, and just 2 batters in, it's a 1-0 NL East lead. And a quick word about Scherzer before we see him pitch in the second. The starter with 2 different eye colors has appeared in 8 Divisional All-Star teams, all consecutively, as he strikes out Jonathan Scope. 5 were for the AL Central, and he was with the Tigers. And Benintendi goes down with a runner on to end the inning. Next inning, Harper at it again, this time lifting a deep fly ball to right, around the foul pole. Harper has shown up in 4 Divisional All-Stars rosters of his own, although one of them was a wild card team. In the fourth, it becomes 3-0. Yes, an RBI ground out. These are the post-game plays the computer's showing me. In the seventh, the East bullpen getting some work. Luis Garcia, who got the save last night, strikes out Adam Jones. Look at his bat, frozen in midair. Top of the eighth, we see Red Sox lefty Drew Pomerantz, who has 2 Divisional All-Star appearances. He walked himself into trouble. And Pomerantz uncorks a wild pitch, which scoots away from Sanchez. The feed to the plate not nearly in time. It's now 4-0. And then the very next pitch, still a runner on. Rendon, line drive to right. Similar spot to Harper's home run earlier. Bounces into the stands for a ground rule double. It's now 5-0. That would lead to a new pitcher, Orioles setup man Michael Givens, who we didn't see in the last round, but he made last year's Divisional All-Star team as well. Givens would get out of the inning, but he would stick around for the ninth, where he would get into trouble, before getting Giancarlo Stanton on a strikeout, before giving way to Dominic Leone. He was traded from the Blue Jays to the Cardinals in the offseason, but his only previous Divisional All-Star appearance was for the AL West with the Mariners. Leone would get Daniel Murphy and Marcell Ozuna, so it took 2 different pitchers to strike out the side in the ninth. Into the bottom of the ninth, 5-run lead, Phillies ace Aaron Nola pitching, who came in the eighth. Again, the 5th starter being used as a long reliever, which is a good playoff strategy. And Nola gets Andrew Benintendi on a strikeout to end the game. And the player of the game, Bryce Harper, he had 5 hits tonight, which is 1 more than Divisional All-Star teams he's made, including this homer. Harper's slated to be one of the many stars in next year's free agent class, but he's also one of the many stars on the Libra Fantasy Astrology team, from which there is no escape via free agency. And thanks in no small part to his contribution, the NL East has a 2-0 lead. For Game 3, which is not technically a must-win for the AL East, but a 3-0 deficit would be nigh impossible to come back from, the pitchers tonight are Jacob deGrom and Chris Archer, both 2-time Divisional All-Stars, and also both with a Player of the Game award in each of the prior 2 rounds. Let's see if one of them can get the trifecta tonight. Bottom 1, after Trey Turner draws the walk, it's yesterday's Player of the Game, and Archer plunks him. Maybe as some payback? Either runner would score, though, as Ozuna goes down on strikes. On the top of the second, Justin Smoke. Whenever I hear his last name, I think of Mortal Kombat. Smoke wins. And he gave this ball a fatality. Solo homer into right center field. It's 1-0 AL East. But after 2 more hits, Adam Jones goes down and fails to extend the lead. This was actually deGrom's 4th strikeout of the night. But Archer would stay hot as well. Since I'm obsessed with pitchers who strike out the side, it's Ryan Zimmerman in the bottom of the 4th, then Christian Yelich next, followed by Anthony Rendon, all in a row. Next inning, though, after a single by Turner and a walk by Harper, new Yankee outfielder Giancarlo Stanton hits a seeing-eye single through the hole on the left side. It's way too slow for a play to develop at the plate, and it's a tie game. Stanton, meanwhile, has 5 total Divisional All-Star appearances. 1 was a wild card team, and 1 was way back in 2011 when his first name was still Mike. Then Stanton's former teammate Pablo Ozuna strikes out to end the threat. And with the game back even, DeGrom doesn't let up, striking out Manny Machado in the 6th. Bottom of the inning with 2 runners on, 3-time Divisional All-Star Anthony Rendon lines a shot into right field. He's really got that opposite field swing working for him. Judge up with it. He makes a strong throw. With Zimmerman in there to score. The NL takes the lead and chases Chris Archer from the game. It's Michael Givens again, on in relief. His first batter faced, he starts a sweet double play, fielding cleanly and making that throw to second base. And then next batter, he strikes out Turner on a fastball as fast as he is, but the NL East now has the lead. And they would get 3 more runs playing small ball in the 7th, 2 singles and a ground out. One of those singles was a ground ball by Daniel Murphy, a 4-time Divisional All-Star, including 1 wild card appearance, which means it's 5-1 in the 9th. In comes Matt Albers after a walk to Smoke, so he's not looking for a save, but he would inherit a runner. He'll face Didi Gregorius, who hits a sinking line drive into left. Harper with a nice sliding catch, gets to his feet quickly. And then next batter, Jonathan Scope, would strike out to end the game. There's that 3-0 deficit. And the player of the game is Jacob deGrom, which means the Gemini starter has had a player of the game award in all 3 rounds of this tournament. Shouldn't that make him the tournament MVP or something? Maybe he could win a pair of shoes. That's what they do in basketball tournaments overseas. I guess only if the NL East holds on to win it, which seems increasingly likely with a 3-0 lead heading into Game 4. The NL East threatening to sweep the AL East. And again, not your traditional intro screen. Instead, we get to see Nationals lefty Gio Gonzalez walk out to the mound. He's appeared on 4 Divisional All-Star teams, 2 for the NL East with the Nationals, 1 with the AL West, and 1 with the AL Wild Card while pitching for Oakland. Top of the 1st, here's Gonzalez in action, getting Manny Machado to swing in a pop-up, straight up the ladder into shallow right field. Machado has also been on 4 Divisional All-Star teams, but the first 3 have been wild card appearances. He finished behind Josh Donaldson twice and Evan Longoria once. Gio's pitching counterpart is first-time Divisional All-Star Marcus Stroman. He strikes out the first batter he faces in the bottom of the 1st. But in the next inning, here's Game 1's player of the game, Marcell Ozuna. He puts a good swing on that one, slicing to the opposite field. He'll be taking swings like that for the Cardinals next year. You can hear fireworks over Ryan Zimmerman's intro. And he puts a charge into one. Zimmerman goes back-to-back. Another one to right field, and it's 2-0. Zimmerman has 6 Divisional All-Star appearances, including 3 wildcard teams, although for all of them except this year, he was at his original position of third base. In the bottom of the 5th, 3-time Divisional All-Star Christian Yelich grounds one to the right side. Nice snag by Smoke, who starts the 3-6-3 double play. But the NL East got one right back next inning. There's 3-6. A spin move. Oh, that one was much cooler. Now in the 7th, after 2 hits and with 1 out, Didi Gregorius up. He grounds yet another one to first. 3-6, there's 1. But back to 3 is a disaster. The ball skips into the stands, the run scores, and it's now just a 1-run lead. Third time's the charm, I guess. Should have been picture perfect, but Turner just can't maintain his concentration and throws it away. Now the tying run is at second base, and Gio Gonzalez is out of the game. It's Marlins fireman and 2-time Divisional All-Star Kyle Barraclough. That's a much more descriptive name than long reliever. And he gives up some hard contact, but it's caught by Stanton running in. Now it's time for...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Moving ahead to the 8th, there would be an intriguing hold situation. Jerry Blevins is summoned to face the lefty Andrew Benintendi, who hits a high fly ball deep to right. Stanton going back at the track, up against the wall. He literally ran out of room. And look who it is. Everyone's favorite pinch hitter, Ezekiel Carrera, coming in again for righty Adam Jones, but Carrera's a lefty. This is the second time that they just gave the opposing team a platoon advantage. He strikes out. That was it for Blevins, who got to face a bonus lefty. Now it's side armor Pat Neshek. He induces a ground ball to leadoff hitter Mookie Betts. And an adventurous throw from third baseman Rendon, but it gets the job done. And with a 2-1 lead, the NL East sticking with their proven closer, Sean Doolittle, despite shaky performance here in the postseason. His only other Divisional All-Star appearance was for the AL West, when he was not a closer, but rather a middle reliever for the A's. Doolittle's first batter is Sanchez, who walks. And and is promptly replaced by Yankees infielder Ronald Torreyes as a pinch runner. The AL East just loves going to their bench. And as you just heard, Manny Machado coming to the plate, and he grounds one past third. The go-ahead run is on base now, but the NL East letting Doolittle try and pitch out of his mess. And he's off to a good start, getting Judge on the strikeout. But then the very next batter, Justin Smoke, here's a pitch in the dirt. Realmuto can't handle it. Both runners advance. Go-ahead run in scoring position now, which will prompt the actual 4-pitch intentional walk. I was incorrect in round 1, where I thought the one issued to Goldschmidt would be the last one we'd see. And they won't trust Doolittle with anything else. Here's Matt Albers, a first-time Divisional All Star and a 2017 National. And he doesn't want to leave anything to chance, hauling back Realmuto, his catcher, to have a few more words. Rob Manfred would hate to see this mound visit immortalized in a cutscene like this one. Didi Gregorius is the batter he'll face, with 1 out and the AL East tournament on the line. And he'll ground one to first baseman Zimmerman. Another chance for this play we've seen 3 times before in this game. But this time, he and shortstop Trey Turner execute perfectly. Let's go back to real time as this game ends, and what? That's all we get? 1 firework? We don't even get a player of the game recap for Virgo starting pitcher Gio Gonzalez? So, check it out. I went back and re-simulated Game 4 without fast play on, intervening to make sure they're wearing the correct uniforms, and to see that the right pitcher was on the mound to end it, just so that we could see this raucous celebration. And on the field, they're going at it as though this were actually the World Series. If the Divisional All Stars Tournament was real, I doubt they'd be this ecstatic. But either way, the NL East has won it all. Not a close series overall, but it did include a couple of close games. I thought this was a fitting way to look back at some of the key players from the 2017 season, given that we're just days away from opening day 2018. Oh, but wait, there's more. Apparently we're getting some replays of the celebration. There's Anthony Rendon going crazy at third base. East manager Dusty Baker celebrating with his coaching staff. Looks like they all have the stiff fingers disease. It's a rare form of arthritis that only affects video game characters. I hope you all enjoyed these videos. Stay tuned to this channel for more baseball and Batman and video game related content. And also check out my blog at thoughtsaboutbaseball.com. Thanks again for watching. Once again, this is Riskmonger signing out.